Hey, in tonight's video, we are going to be transporting you to a famous scene in the Bible. This is probably one of the most famous scenes. When Moses parts the Red Sea. When Moses parts the Red Sea. For anybody who would like to follow along in their Bible, we will be in Exodus 14. Exodus 14. Exodus 14. One thing that is cool to think about with the story of Moses is people across generations in your family will know of this story, even if it's from films. Now, if you traveled back in time, let's say 500 years ago, so take yourself back 500 years ago, time travel back to what you think that time may be. Henry VIII would be on the throne and there would be no smartphone, but even he would know the story of Moses. Henry VIII would be on the throne and there would be no smartphones. Henry VIII would be on the throne and there would be no smartphones. Henry VIII. And if we traveled back even further, let's say 2,000 years ago, and we met Julius Caesar. He would know the story of Moses. And in this way, the Bible is a conversation throughout history. A conversation throughout history. A conversation throughout history. A conversation in history. By way of background, the Israelites had been slaves in Egypt. At this point in the narrative, the Pharaoh has granted their freedom. The Pharaoh has granted their freedom. The Israelites are making their way through Egypt. In front of them is the Red Sea. Unfortunately, the Pharaoh changes his mind and begins to pursue them with the army. The Pharaoh changes his mind and pursues them with an army. The Pharaoh changes his mind. The Pharaoh changes his mind. Unfortunately, the Pharaoh changes his mind and begins to pursue them with an army. It all seems impossible. It all seems impossible, but here's where we begin. It all seems impossible, but here's where we begin. So I have some quotes here that I'm going to read from Exodus. So Exodus 14:10. Exodus 14:10. When the Pharaoh and the Egyptians were marching after them, they were very afraid. Exodus 14:13. Moses said to the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand still, and you will see the salvation of God, which He will work for you today." Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Stand still, and you will see the salvation of God, which He will work for you today. You will see the salvation of God. Salvation of God. Salvation of God will take care of you. Everything will be okay. Don't be afraid. God said to Moses at Exodus 14:16,
Lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide it. Then the people shall go into the middle of the sea on dry ground, on dry ground, on dry ground,
on dry ground. Let's read that one just one more time. God said to Moses at Exodus 14:16, lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it. Then the people shall go into the middle of the sea on dry ground. Exodus 14:21. Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and God caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind. All night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided.
Exodus 14:30. Thus God saved the people that day. God saved the people that day.
God saved the people. God saved the people on that day. God saved the people on that day. Exodus 14:30. Thus God saved the people on that day. God saves, and God will save you. God will save you. God will keep you safe. God will keep you safe. He will keep you safe forever, 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 forever. God will keep you safe. Everything is okay in the name of the Lord. Everything is okay. God saved the people that day. God saved the people on that day. God saved the people on that day. Is there a message in this story? Is there a message in this story that may resonate in your own life? Is there a message in this story that may resonate in your own life? Is there a message in this story that may resonate in your own life? A sense that when facing an even seemingly impossible challenge or circumstance or obstacle, whatever it may be, that God can help you. God can part that sea, and He can help you through those obstacles, through those circumstances, scenarios, life challenges, problems, stresses, whatever it may be. God can part that sea, and God can help you.
God can make